station. I have a recording program over there I gotta check. First things first. You hear what I go, starting to do too many things at once. Okay, now I want to see if I can take this one apart, which I should be able to, because this unscrews. Okay. Yeah, they did a nice job with this. This came off of one of those 12-volt scissor jacks. I had bought one and it worked, but it just didn't seem to want to pick up the Astro van. And it started to smoke. Ow. If I remember right, I think I used it, part of it, in the back, the long threaded rod. I used that and something else in the back. I forgot what I used it on. I thought I used it on the green screen, but that's an actual motor. Okay, why do we have that jumper there? We don't need that jumper there. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Well, that jumper is there for the fuse. We're going to take that out of there. Okay, let me turn this on. Let me get a cup of coffee. I made this yesterday and left it on the heater under there. Turned the heater off for the night, so it should be okay. Because it was fresh when I made it. Hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, let's test it here. Good. Even a good temp. Okay. Are we hot yet? No, we're almost there. Okay. Okie dokie. Put a little flux on there. Usually solder would work just as good, if not better, actually. If you try to desolder, get something to on-solder, sometimes it's better to put solder on it, and that'll melt the other solder for you. I know, it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does. There's a fuse in there, there's no reason why I want that jumper. That jumper is equivalent to maybe a 20 amp fuse. Okay. So we're going to push this through here. I don't want to go any longer. You know what? I'm going to put a piece of this on here too. This one up, or strip it. Never mind, tighten it. Strip it. Strip it. I need to find a different container for flux. Come on. There you are. Oh, there you went. Okay, there you go. As you can tell, I still haven't hooked up the solder iron. the fan rather. Okay, so now let's just cut this back a little bit because the wire casing melted back a little bit. Alright, now we need to test this. So let's see if we have what we need here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try this. I put this together real quick with a weight and a couple of clamps. The only thing I should have done, and I didn't, was I was going to, and I said, no, was make it so I was able to adjust these a little bit, but I didn't want to get involved with all that crap. Okay. I see what they did now. Okay. This here, see how it's got the two pins on it? Well, it's always good to have the double grounds. This is the ground. Some of them only have one, which you really don't want it because it's always going to go crooked and waddle out. You want the two. However, even though they have two, doesn't necessarily mean that they're both hooked up. And that's what they were doing. That little jumper I took out, that was connecting these two here together from there to there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it back up. I am. But I'm not going to burn my fingers with that. Besides, you know what? Let's see, what did I do with it? Could be a little bit of a pain in the ass because it's not coated, which means, and let me make sure I go the right way here. Okay. Hello, I say. Try this again. See, the problem being here is this was soldered on, I'm thinking, when it was all one piece. In other words, they had a long piece of wire. They solder, flip, solder, cut. Next one, solder, flip, solder, cut. And they weren't just working with these little pieces of solder, wire. Because now, when I go to solder this other side, it's a good possibility that it's going to heat, go right through it, and unsolder the side that I just soldered. So we will see. I'm going to try using a little solder with it as well. See if we can help it along with that. Okay. Now, if I touch here to here, you should hear it. We do. Here to here, we do. And here to here, we do. Okay, and center should be here to here. It is. Okay. So, do I want to or do I want to? Well, let's do it right here. I don't know if I wanted to do it this way or not. Well, I'm going to do this one first. Oh, that burned your fingers. Oh, it does, it does, it does. You think you're far enough away, and you're not. The heat travels right up that real quick, real quick. All right, now I really don't need to worry about short outs at this point. So we're going to take this and see if I can. Okay, so if this is going to go right here, that's the way it's going to fit. I hope. I hope. It's cold out today. I mean, like, it's cold. Well, listen to me. It's cold out there. I am so freaking intelligent. You don't need me to tell you if it's cold out there. Don't need that cord. All right. Put this back. Okay. Get rid of this. See, now this is in a piece of tubing, so I can take this out because that's just a big spike. So if I want to make another one so these will turn, I'd have to put little screws on them. But I have some stuff here that I can use. I just don't know if they would melt when I tacked it with the solder iron or not. Not the solder, but the torch. The torch. The dreaded torch. Okay, so now, even though this is here, it's not hooked up. However, it could be hooked up in just a matter of a minute or two. Just two wires, an in and an out. You can wire tie them if you had to, but you want to put tape on it. Or use a crimper. A crimp. The only reason why I kept it on here is so I won't lose it. Because it is a Garmin piece. It's an older Garmin piece. I don't know what the new Garmins are using actually. I don't. Is this hooked up over here? Should be. Okay, now let's turn that off. Let's take this off. I don't remember if I put the cloth on this or not. Yeah, I did. I don't like to just put the cover on it by itself. Okay, now see? Oh, you guys are not going to see that. Let me see here. Set mode. I don't want mode. I just want light. I forgot where it was. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I should have to pull out the book because I haven't used this thing in 20 years. See, now if this was hooked up to a GPS, it would be real slow if I was to do this because I'd have to wait for the GPS. So if I move the GPS around, you'd see this changing a little on the slow side. But now, if I turn it there, boom, it's done. There's 270, 255, 240, 230. I mean, it's moving as fast as I can say it. So, nice. Now, if I want to calibrate something, I can use this to... Hey, you back in here again? Yeah. What's this over here? Oh, you're going to knock that down with your tail, aren't you? And that would have been my fault if I left it there. Because I didn't think you'd be back in again within the last 5 minutes. Huh. Yeah. Alright, so let's put this back on here. So we don't scratch the lens. There. Okay. Okay, so that one's done. These are really not made to be used this way. These are made to be mounted and left alone. Believe it or not, the best thing for this right now is either leave it plugged in here or put it in the truck so that it'll be working and it would be safe. Okay, so we have a USB here. We have another USB here. Put those over there. What's this now? This is for the speaker that's in the house that's working fine. Oh no, it isn't. Hey, Bud. You gotta remember to wrap this stuff up when Bud's around. Because his tail goes thump, thump, thump. Yep, it does. It goes thump, thump, thump. Okay. Gee, things work so nice when you're organized. I have this magnet though. What can I do with this? Where can I put this so that I can use it and it's not in my way?